With August over and Gills sitting pretty at the top of the league, it's a fantastic start for the Gills, but we go to Yorkshire today for a very tough test against Doncaster Rovers here on German Gills. Welcome to the German Gills Show. I'm going to be your host, Reece, to take you through every step of today's game against Doncaster Rovers. And any Rovers fans here, thank you very much for stopping by also. And I want to give a special shout out to Alistair. It's his first game to watch Gillingham play, and he's going to a away game in Yorkshire against Doncaster. So hopefully you're going to bring us some luck this afternoon so Gills can walk away with 3 points and hopefully to sustain their top of the league status. And a big shout out to our sponsor, C&A Building Products. If, of course, you have a building project going on at the moment and you require some resources or products, as the name suggests, you can use the link in the description down below, which takes you to the website. And when you check out, you can show your Gills season ticket with a 10% discount. Right, let's head over to Luke's 11.
Hello and welcome to Luke's 11, which is sponsored by C&A Building Products. A certain mist of deja vu was putting together my 11 today. After 4 games, we sit top of the table, the same position as last season after 4 games. But that's where the similarities stop, in my opinion. The squad has all the capabilities of being a top side. Togetherness and desire comes in abundance. And after last week's 3 points against a side who are arguably going to be one of the toughest tests at Priestfield, playing with 10 men for 35 minutes showed what grit and determination this side has. Today, however, is going to be another thriller against Grant McCann's men, who after last season's playoff semi-final loss know exactly what their task is this season. They've played 4, won 3 and lost 1, and this is the most nervy I've been going into a game because this is a different type of team we're going to be up against today. Not as physical, but they transition from defence into attack extremely quickly and have got lightning wingers, with Luke Molyneux having a terrific start to the campaign, already scoring 4 goals, and with a certain Billy Sharp amongst their ranks. Today is going to be a tough task. So let's get down to this week's 11. Glenn Morris to continue in goal, a change in defence with Max Amers serving his suspension, which will see Romeo Hutton at right back, Shad Oji and Robbie McKenzie at centre back, with Max Clark at left back. In midfield, a 5 of Jack Nolan, Johnny Williams, Armani Little, George Lapsley and Jaden Clark. And I'm going to continue with Marcus Wiley, who I thought was absolutely tremendous last week and deserves to keep his place within the side. This week's score prediction has been sent in by Alistair Smith, who is attending his first ever Gills game, and he has gone with an ever so optimistic 3-1 win. I hope you enjoy the day and the game with your dad. We'll all give you a shout out on the channel, and hope you have a great day. Los gets Gills.
And for the first time this season, we have Kirrien joining us as our Northern Matchday reporter. So, Kirrien, what do you make of our game this afternoon, and where do your predictions lie?
Good afternoon, Reece, and good afternoon, Gills fans. And what a thrill it is to be back on the German Gills show for another season. Well, today's game against Doncaster, 1st versus 5th. Doncaster carrying on with their momentum from last season, looking brilliant at the moment. And we're going into this game with a few injury problems, but Bradley Dack came out of midweek unscathed, as did Nevitt and Nolan, which is good news, and hopefully they get on the pitch and get some more minutes today. Along with Marcus Wiley, who looked great against Chesterfield, but we do have a few problems. Masterson's still out injured, and Big Max Amer is suspended for this game, so there are a few problems with our back line, and we're looking a bit thin on the defender front at the moment. But we like to do things the hard way. Today I'm predicting 3 points with a 1-0 win. Up the Gills.
And of course, we've got the German Gills fan zone. It wouldn't be a German Gills show without it. So let's hear what fans have been saying about our match against Doncaster Rovers this afternoon.
Hello Reese, hope you're okay, I'm alright. Well, last Saturday, 1-0 win against Chesterfield. It may have been a bit scrappy, but a win's a win, 3 points is 3 points. Continue to try and win League 2. But today against Doncaster, I reckon it'd be pretty tough, because they are quite good. They've been quite good. I reckon it'll be 2-1 today, and we'll be quite scrappy, but we'll just manage to get through. Yeah, come on you Gills, let's continue our fight for the League 2 trophy.
Hi Reece, Finn here. Really excited about today's game versus Doncaster. I think Gills going to win 2-1, coming off of a really strong 3 points against Chesterfield. I think the goal scorers today are going to be Elliot Nevitt and Johnny Williams. Lost case Gills.
Good afternoon, Reece. Ben here, just arrived at the Keepmo Stadium for this afternoon's game with Doncaster Rovers away. Hope you are well and had a fantastic week. So my prediction for today's game here at the Keepmo, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, and I'm going to say Ollie Hawkins with a header to get us a point and take it back down to Kent. But fingers crossed for 3 points as always, and Los Gills.
Let's head over to the Eco Power Stadium for today's live match reaction. Los Gills! So we're about to get underway here at the Eco Power Stadium up at Doncaster. Big shout out to our sponsor, CNA Building Products. The link to their website can be found in the description down below. And also, if you're interested in looking at having access to full match replays, it's a new thing that we have at the moment on the German Gills channel. There's a join button underneath this video. If you click that and hit the full match replays, you can get access to full match replays if you so desire. Finally, big shout out to Craig, who's going for a 1-1 today. My goodness me, would I take that considering the injuries that we have at Gillingham at the moment. Dak has just been removed from the bench and replaced with Bode at the moment, and we've got a patched up Hawkins at centre half as well. So hopefully we can get something from this, but it's going to be a big ask. So let's see how it unfolds. The first corner of the game, and it's taken shot by Fleming. He's given it over to Westbrook. There's a lot of space on the outside to take a shot, and Doncaster do take the shot. It's not a bad shot from Jordan Gisborne, and it's the first real attempt of this game so far. We're 18 minutes in, but it is Doncaster, the team with most of the possession, looking most likely to create attacks and moving forward. Gillingham most of the time on the back foot, looking for scraps and counter attacks. And I've got to say, Doncaster looking pretty strong, and you can also see, I know it wasn't part of this play, but Molyneux is also looking like a very powerful player we've got to watch out for on over that right hand side as Glenn Morris takes this goal kick. But that is the first attack of the game, and it's gone to Doncaster. Hutton's going to launch this one into the box, and Gills going to try and get them in. It's a great throw in. Can we get someone that's tested down? Shaw's take a shot from distance. Oh, and it's Nolan. And there's a claim there for something. I don't know quite what it was, but it's a decent bit of work from Gillingham. And over the last few minutes, Gillingham felt a bit of possession and got somewhere into this game. And hopefully we can build on that and look to try and get something on target and hopefully take the lead. Gills have done well to win the ball over on this left-hand side. We need to get a little bit of composure if we're going to actually turn this into a meaningful attack, as Coleman, he was taken down there, but unfortunately the ref didn't get anything, and Doncaster looking at the counter-attack. It's 3v3 as two Gills players come back at the moment, and Gills on the back foot as Fleming's looking to run forward. He's probably going to shoot from this distance, so he passes it inside. There's going to be dangerous for Gills. A good shot by Glenn Morris, another shot on target, shot blocked by OG. My goodness me, Doncaster with the third shot by Jamie Sterry, who got another deflected, a blocked shot, and Doncaster still on the attack. So it goes into the box, headed away by OG, and it goes out for a throw-in. My goodness, absolute frantic defending there from Gillingham, but we did what was necessary as the ball has gone into play quickly. Get back to it quick, cameras, as it goes miles out to the halfway line. My goodness me, Gillingham just about getting away with that, but Glenn Morris had an absolutely fantastic block to stop the ball from going to the back of the net as the ball goes over the top here, and Hutton should deal with this. He hasn't dealt with this convincingly, and Doncaster is still building this attack as on the left-hand side, Gibson trying to find a way through, has given it to Fleming, who has put it across the box, and OG should clear that, and we are finally out of the highlight. My goodness me. It's a throw from Fleming on this left-hand side as Doncaster coming forward here. Jill was just about clear their lines. Not really. As Doncaster looking to play it one more time as Jamie Sterry gets the ball over as well. I think Molyneux over on that right-hand side is going to take on Max Clark. Has come in his left foot. That's a real floater in. It's deflected and it's bounced around dangerously in the goal, and it's in the back of the net, and Doncaster have taken the lead through Billy Sharp, I think. It was a deflected crossover on the right-hand side, and as a result, Doncaster used that to their advantage, got it down to Billy Sharp with a header and put it in the back of the net. And I have to say, the lead from Doncaster is well deserved because Gillingham, on the most part, have been on the back foot of this half so far. And unfortunately, it has resulted for Gillingham conceding their first goal of the game. Let's watch it one more time as Molyneux, who we know is doing really well for Doncaster, and gets deflected cross into the left-hand side. It's headed down by Gibson and put in the back of the net, I think, by Sharp. It is Sharp. And yeah, it is Hawkins. He managed to get around our makeshift centre-half at the moment. And Gills are one down. Right, Westbrook standing over the ball for Doncaster, gives it over to Flem on the left-hand side, puts it into the box. It should be Morris to come out to collect. He punches it in the way in the end. It's kept alive by Billy Sharp. I think it was on Molyneux, who managed to get a shot, not on target, but I tell you what, it wasn't far away from dipping in. It was from Molyneux. You can tell he's a very confident player at the moment to be pulling off shots like this or attempts like this. It was a punch out from Morris, probably the right thing to do, all things considered. But look at this, the confidence of Molyneux to try and go for that audacious shot and put it in the back of the net shows what quality he has at this level. Still 1-0 Doncaster. It's good work by Doncaster getting this ball on the right-hand side, and they're going to create themselves another opportunity here. It's going to be Molyneux on the ball, I believe, and puts it into the box. And Gills got a lot of bodies that aren't in the box. Doncaster did, and Doncaster should have at least got that on target. And Molyneux, I think it is in the box. No, that was Billy Sharp looking for his second, and Doncaster again looking the likely of the team to go in with 2 goals, I have to say. Well, they've already got 1, so that makes sense. But nonetheless, it's a good ball in by Bailey, the captain. And Sharp should be doing a lot better there. And he'll be kicking himself that he hasn't got that on target at least. And Gillingham, again, just about getting away with it. Still 1-0 Doncaster. And that is half-time. So at half-time, it's Doncaster Rovers 1, Gillingham 0, and on the line, we've got Kirrien.
Good afternoon, Reese.
So, Kirrien, what do you make of the game so far?
Oh, we've been shocking. We've been shocking, but I wouldn't say Doncaster have been great either. So, you know, we haven't played well this season and managed to win games and been a bit scrappy to win games. You never know. This might be one of them. Because Doncaster aren't playing great. We are playing one of the best teams on paper in the league. But I wouldn't say either team have shown themselves in a great light so far.
So what would you say the Achilles heel? What's our weakness at the moment?
Supporting Wiley. Wiley's up top all on his own. Lapsley's coming back too deep. Clark's not getting forward quick enough. I think our problem is the transition from defence to attack at the minute because we're just not pinging the ball across fast enough like we did against Peterborough midweek.
And what and we got a lot of subs on the bench, we've got a lot of good subs. Is any on there which you would bring on at half time to maybe change that?
I think Lapo needs to come off. We've got both Williams and Dak on the bench. Both 2 really good options for 45 minutes today. Maybe I think if Dak comes on, I want to see him play with Wiley because I think Wiley would thrive under Dak in the number 10 because of the way Dak likes to ping in balls in front of strikers, and Wiley likes to run onto things like that. So I'd like to see Dak and Wiley play together, but I've got a feeling Wiley will come off and Nevitt will come on.
It'd be good to see Nevitt actually. No, I think I've just got a little bit of news that Dak didn't make the suspension because of a little niggle injury, unfortunately, which was a real shame. But to have Nevitt on, I think would really change things up top, don't you think?
I think Nevitt and Williams up top would be great together.
Yeah, totally agree. Well, if that happens, hopefully it comes to fruition. We get a couple of goals and we go happy. We'll catch up at full time, Kirrien, and thanks for calling up. So we're about to get underway for the second half. I want to give a big shout out to our other supporter of the channel, which is Viper Golf. And if you're interested in buying some retro golf shirts, our retro football golf shirts, you can go to the link in the description down below. Use the code GG5 and get £5 off your next order. But I also want to give a big shout out to the new podcast that you've seen by Kirrien and David, the Shouting Men podcast. Have released their first episode on Friday. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check that out if you haven't done so already. I'm looking forward to seeing where they grow with the podcast, but I think could be a very nice success story. Check it out in the link description and let me know what you think. And anyway, let's see if we can actually get something from this second half with Nevitt now on for Wiley. Let's see how it unfolds. Oh, it's a mistake from Gillingham there. I think it's Lapsey, and down the right we've got Luke Molyneux with the ball, and Gills got to be careful here. If Doncaster get a second, it has to be very tricky. Molyneux tries to follow into the box. He does, and it's deflected over off of Max Clark. It was actually deflection off Max Clark from Luke Molyneux, which created the first goal in the first half. So those two out there on the right-hand side are really having a real tussle, and Max Clark at the moment did the better deflection. It did go over the bar on the end, but Morris was being asked questions there. He wasn't too sure, but luckily it went out just for a corner. Molyneux's going to pick up the ball on the right-hand side for Doncaster, and Max Clark's got some work to do to try and block this. We know what Molyneux's capable of. He's trying to find a space to get in the box. He does it very well there, and it hits a crossbar. My goodness me. Molyneux with a cross, smacking off the crossbar, and the ball is still kept alive from Doncaster on this left-hand side, and Gills' defensive work to do. There's a massive gap there for Gills that's been exploited. It's a block and eventually a clearance. My goodness me, it's very chaotic. There's a Hawkins in the block, and Doncaster are still keeping the attack alive. There's a pass from Jane McGrath there, and Doncaster looking to try and get this in, but I think the highlight here is over. Well, good work by Doncaster to find a bit of space and potentially get a shot away. They're going to shoot from this and find a pass through. My goodness me, it's going to go through here. Could be a goal for Doncaster. It's a good save at the end, I think, by Glenn Morris, but it goes back into the box again, and Morris has managed to clear and pick the ball up. Is there going to be a counter-attack on here? Potentially. It goes over the top, headed down by Doncaster, and I think that is it. And it was Harry Clifton they're focused on here. It must have been the one with the shot, which was saved by Morris. My goodness me, Doncaster still on top. Gills got a corner on the left-hand side. I think this might be the first corner of the game, actually, for Gillingham, as it goes into the back post, and it's been tipped and shot, and is that cleared on the line? Did Gills get that over? My goodness me, wherever it's just headed towards goal. That's gone over the bar. I'm not quite sure what's been given there, but Gillingham's, out of all those opportunities, I think this might be the best chance that Gillingham have had all game. I would need to see the replay of this one to see how that all unfolded. But Gillingham, whilst you're 1-0 down, you've always got a chance to get back into this game. And it's been, I think it was blocked on the line in the end. Oh, it was blocked by Doncaster. It's not the best header from Coleman. And it does go over the bar in the end, and Sharman Lowe hangs on top of the bar quite nonchalantly. But Gillingham showing that 1-0, you could easily get back into this game. Gills have got a corner over on this right-hand side. Williams has a lot of space here, but I say just get it into the box and it goes in there. Could Gills get something here? It's headed away by Doncaster, looking to recycle it. You've got two players in the way of each other. As Little puts it into the box and just goes over the bar. And I just have to say, we've got a couple of minutes left of injury time. It's been since the 57th minute. An attack of any merit has made the highlight reel. And Gillingham have chucked on forwards. We've got Andrews on there. We've got Hawkins playing up front. We've got Wakeley and we've got Bodie on now. And we just are really struggling to create anything. It really is just chucking balls into the box, flinging them long and hoping for the best. We seem to have lost a lot of logic, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to turn out Gills going to get a goal in this game, as we've got now 3 minutes or so remaining. Still 1-0 Doncaster. And that is full time. Doncaster walk away with the 1-0 win, and Gillingham were undesirable that game. It was not a great watch, and it wasn't good for Gillingham at all. Didn't play well, but it's the first loss of the season. Hopefully we can reflect on that. But let's over to Kirrien for the final word from him.
It's full time at the Eco Power Stadium, and it's Doncaster Rovers 1, Gillingham 0. Overall, the better team won over 90 minutes, but as per usual in League 2, we saw a referee that decided it was all about him rather than the game. Some really bad decisions on both sides. And yeah, ultimately we're on the end of a 1-0 loss. Bodie's proved to me that he's a winger and not a striker again. Looking good on the wing. But if you can't take your chances, which we made a few in the second half, then you're not going to win a game. But it was good to see Mark Bonner change things when they were needed. And overall, I think the substitutions were positive. We just couldn't take our chances. It's Doncaster Rovers 1, Gillingham 0.